Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B, and I wanted to continue the chat today in regards to some of the conditionings that we are currently breaking. All of this energy that's currently coming in is making us evaluate how we show up in relationships, what we tolerate, what we accept, how we communicate. And I did a couple of videos just recently that I highly recommend. One on communication tactics that is narcissistic and toxic. And the other one is tools and techniques that toxic and narcissistic individuals use to attempt to manipulate you. And I wanted to go a little bit of a deeper dive into the whole idea of the weaponization of your empathy. Most of the people that would follow my channel would probably identify themselves in some way, shape, or form as an empath. And as an empath, that means, like, what is an empath? Maybe you don't. As an empath, that means you're highly sensitive to energy. You're highly sensitive to people's feelings, to the emotions that are present in the room. It's like scanning and reading the energy and what's going on. And what I am noticing more and more is that those of us that have been and identify ourselves as empaths have gone through a lot of toxic relationships in our lives and have experienced a lot of narcissistic abuse. And you know, that's a common theme across the board when it comes to my community, is that a lot of people understand and resonate with my messages and my experiences because they too have experienced similar things. The amount of times that I've heard people say to me, oh my God, it could be like you're telling my story. And if that's the case, understand you have my absolute utmost compassion, understanding, and love that I am sending out to you, because I know how challenging and how difficult all the mental fuckery that you've had to deal with in your life. So today I want to talk a little bit about having your empathy weaponized against you, because we want to be good people. We show up in the world in an energy of, I'm kind, I'm compassionate, I want to do good by people. I want to understand, you've gone through a hard time. I understand, I've been there. I can empathize with you. I can feel compassion for you. Here, let me support you. Here, let me listen to you. Here, let me be here for you. And so that openness comes with a hint of gullibility, because we believe that the person that we are dealing with is like us. The presumptive idea is, you must be like me because you're telling me about an experience that I too had one of, or something similar of, and I understand it because I've been through it, so I'm going to empathize with you, and because I don't want you to feel as bad as I feel. The problem therein lies is that you are ripe for the taking for somebody who is not like you, who understands that you show up in an energy of empathy, you show up in an energy of giving, you show up in an energy of, I want to be kind, I want to be forgiving, I want to be good, I want to live my life in the light. And when you don't see what the opposite energy is coming at you, because you've been trained to listen to words. You've been trained to hear things like, Well, you can't be cocky. You don't want to be selfish. You don't want to be self-righteous. You don't want to be unforgiving. You don't want to be, all of these little, we've been told our whole lives. And so we're like, yeah, no, I don't want to be like that. I'm going to forgive this person for hurting me because, well, they didn't mean to do it and I need to be forgiving. Oh, I'm going to give you empathy because you're down on your luck and you're having a hard time. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to draw a boundary and protect myself because, I need to save you. I need to save you because in saving you, I save me. I save me. I can show up. I can be that person that was never there for me. I can be that person for you. And so that weaponization of your empathy is when you are guilted or gaslit or told that you are being unreasonable, unfair, unkind, when you attempt to set a boundary and say, I've worked all day today. I'm really tired. I don't think that I can come and help you, or I'm really sorry. I don't have space to listen to you right now. I'm going through my own thing. Oh, geez, immediately there's been so much conditioning that has happened to tell us that that is selfish, that is wrong, that is this. And that's the last thing. And it gets people to the point where they start asking themselves, and I've seen empaths do this. Am I the narcissistic one? Am I? Geez, I don't know. I'm struggling with this because I want to be kind to people. I want, and there's this mental torturing because what has happened is they're using words to manipulate a situation to make you feel guilty for having healthy boundaries. And then they can just come in and suck you dry. Take from you what you want, what they want. They're going to just keep sucking more and more of the empathy out of you and more energy out of you and siphon off all of your goodness, and you'll get exhausted, depleted, run down, sick, physically sick. Physically sick. Look at my photos if you haven't seen them from my before photos of what the physical condition that I was in after a decade of narcissistic abuse. Really, my whole life. But in a narcissistic marriage, my wellness went from being, I was a fit, vibrant woman living in Ireland for a decade, away from all this fuckery that was waiting a home for me here. I came back and the weight started piling on and the depression started piling on and this and that because I cared so much. I want to fix all your problems because then it'll be easier. I want to save you from all of this crisis because then it will be calmer. I want to save the day. No. The day of saving the day for others is done. We need to protect ourselves, boundary up, create clear and identifiable markers of what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. And when you are being manipulated, you will feel it in your body. Don't listen to the words. Stop listening to words. We need to stop listening to all of the games and the ploys to elicit a sense of obligation, a sense of guilt, a sense of shame, so that we act and negate self. And we need to step into our own personal power. Every single empath needs to learn to step into their personal power and say, no, I'm not accepting that. That is not tolerated. I will not be gaslit. I will not be spoken to like that. You cannot call me names. I'm out. And the more we do this, it's gonna feel icky. Icky, 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 icky. When you've never had boundaries in your entire life and you start to establish boundaries, it's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to second guess yourself. Oh, geez, am I being demanding? Am I being too this, to that, not enough this, not enough that, the mind is going to spin out because of the years and decades of programming. But the body is going to tell you, no, that situation was icky. I couldn't sleep. I had difficulty, eating. I was shaking. I was confused. Your body will tell you when something is amiss. Listen to the body. The body knows. Listen to your body. All the sensations that your body gives you are clear, identifiable markers, because the words that come from other people, you cannot trust. You cannot trust. If you feel like you're being manipulated, it's because you're being manipulated. If you feel like, hey, I feel comfortable and safe and trusting in this situation, in this conversation right now, then you can trust it. But if it feels ick, it's because it's ick. It's because your sensory system is picking up on something that says something is amiss, something is off. Always listen to your body. Your body knows. The mind, on the other hand, has been so messed with in a lot of cases for decades or all of your life, with all kinds of words of telling you that you're to this or to that, or not enough this or not enough that, or you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. And so the mind is going to maybe get confused when you're being gaslit or lied to or manipulated, but the body will know. The body will know. That said, I'm sending you all the love if you are attempting to clip and cut cords and clip and cut down conditioning and reprogram and inner child work and doing all of the shadow work and sitting in it and understanding it and processing through it. I am so proud of you. You guys are doing massive warrior work. For those of you that are erecting boundaries for the first time in your life and feeling like, these boundaries make me feel icky, that's okay. Keep them erect. Keep them up. You are doing fantastic work. Nobody should make you feel small. Nobody should make you feel worthless or devalued or unimportant. Like your time, your money, your energy, your efforts are unimportant. Their needs supersede yours? Absolutely not. Equal ground, equal footing, equal. Reciprocal energy. That is the way for the age of Aquarius that we're moving into. We are shifting out of the entire consciousness of the age of Pisces and moving into an entirely new consciousness. And I made a post about that in regards to all the things that are shifting. So many things are shifting. We're shifting out of individualism and into collective consciousness. We're shifting out of narcissistic energies and moving into empathic energies. We're shifting out of toxic and trauma bonded relationships and moving into divine partnerships. We're shifting out of poverty consciousness and moving into abundance consciousness. We're shifting out of profits and we're moving into people. We are shifting. All of these things are shifting. So it's okay that it's a bit bumpy on the interim as we're moving complete and utter paradigms and collapsing old structures. You're doing warrior work. I am so proud of you. Keep it up. Write some mantras on the wall if you need it. Rest, recover, and repeat. Peace out.